Hi, this is Mrs. Kidman, and welcome back to section 2.1. In this video, we are going to be discussing how we would add polynomials. So when we're adding these polynomials, what we want to do is first, we want to get rid of those parentheses. Now note how right here I have a plus. So really there's a coefficient here of a +1. So if I distributed that, it would just be the same thing. So I can get rid of those parentheses, and I have 2x to the third minus 5x squared plus x plus 2x squared plus x cubed minus 1. Now, this is not in standard form. What I want to do is write this in standard form, meaning that everything that has the same coefficients is going to be next to each other. So I'm going to rewrite that, and I'm going to look. This one has a power of 3, this one has a power of 3, so they're going to go together. This one has a power of 2, this one has a power of 2, so they're going to go together. This one has a power of 1, and this one has a power of 0. So I'm going to put the blue ones together, the green ones together, the red one, and then the black one in that order. So now as we rewrite that, I have 2x cubed, that's my leading term, then plus that x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x squared plus x minus 1. Now notice how this is in standard form because the leading term has the highest degree, and then the degrees go down as we go from left to right. Now I want to combine terms that are alike. In order for terms to be alike, they have to have the same variable and they have to have the same degree. So notice how in this problem our only variable is an x, so we don't have to worry about this one. Now I want to combine all the terms with the same degree. So that means this 2x to the third power and this x to the third power. Now when I combine these like terms, what I'm going to do is to combine, I am going to add the coefficients, or that number in front. So when I do this, this number in front of this x to the third power is forgotten, but it's a 1. So I have 2x to the thirds plus 1x to the third. So total I have 3x to the thirds. The next two terms that are alike here are going to be my negative 5x squared and my 2x squared. So I'm going to add those coefficients. Negative 5 plus 2 equals negative 3. So I have a plus a negative 3x squared. And then these last two don't have anything in common, so we are going to just add them there on the end. Now notice how each term doesn't have a common degree with any of the other terms, as well as we've now written it in decreasing order for those degrees from left to right. So that is how we would add those. Now let's take a look at another example here. So in this next example, what's going to happen is we want to find that sum again. We're going to do it the same way. Now this is a +1. If we distributed that, everything would just be 1. So we can get rid of those parentheses and we get our 3x squared plus x minus 6 plus x squared plus 4x plus 10. Now I want to group these based on whether or not they have the same degree, so we can write this in standard form. So this is a degree 2, this is a degree 2, this is a degree 1, this is a degree 1, and this is a degree 0, this is a degree 0. So we have all of those terms to combine. I'm going to put the blue ones first because they have a degree 2, so I end up getting this 3x squared plus x squared plus x plus 4x, and then minus 6 plus 10. Now notice how these are those different colors. We're going to combine the colors that are the same, because remember, in order to combine them, they have to have the same variable and the same degree. So these all have the same degree, which is why they are grouped in those colors. In order to combine these, we're going to add those coefficients. So remember, if there's no coefficient out front, there's a 1. So I'm just going to go in and put a 1 in front of all the ones that don't have a coefficient. So 3x squared plus 1x squared is 4x squared. 1x plus 4x gives me 5x's, and negative 6 plus 10 equals 4. So that would simplify down to, if we were finding the sum of 3x squared plus x minus 6 plus x squared plus 4x plus 10. That simplifies down to 4x squared plus 5x plus 4. Now, we are going to look at a couple more problems. What I want you to do is I want you to pause this video here. I am going to write down the solution to the first one. After you have tried the solution yourself, unpause the video and see if you have the same solution. If you did something wrong or got a different solution, double check to see what happened. I'm going to use this same order, so I'm going to find those terms that are alike. I'm going to rewrite it in standard form and then combine those terms. Go ahead and pause the video now to try this first example or example number 1 on your own. Okay, hopefully you have worked out that problem. Here is my solution there. So notice I got rid of my parentheses. I went to combine them, so I underlined them in different colors. So I knew that the b's would combine with the b's, the constants would combine with the constants. Then I rewrote it so that it was our b's together and our constants together. And then I combined those terms by adding their coefficients, and I ended up with 5b minus 13. Now go ahead and pause the video again, and we are going to look at example number 2 here. I want you to try this one on your own. Once you have made a good attempt on it, unpause the video, look to see if your solution matches with mine. If it does, awesome, it seems like you're getting it. If not, double check and see where you made that little mistake so that you know how to solve these. Okay, hopefully you took the time to pause that video and try this problem on your own. Now notice I did the exact same thing here that I've been doing with those other problems. We broke it down, I added them all up, I identified which ones were like one another, so meaning the same degree, the same variable. I rewrote it in standard form, and then I combined those like terms, and I ended up getting 8x squared minus 2x minus 2. So again, this is how you would add those polynomials. You're going to get rid of those parentheses. We're going to identify which terms are alike, rewrite it in standard form, putting those like terms next to each other, and then we are going to combine those like terms by adding the coefficients. But remember, those variables stay the same. Good luck adding these polynomials. Check out the next video to figure out how we subtract or find the difference between polynomials.